My name is Amy. I am a Senior Fertility Midwife. I work in Thérapie Fertility in our satellite clinic in Dundalk. I trained as a midwife for 4 years, a direct entry midwife in the Coombe Hospital. After that then, I suppose I'd come in contact with a lot of patients that went through fertility treatment, and it was a bit of an unknown entity for me, and I never really knew how to tailor my care to look after them with the correct emotional support. And it was a bit of a taboo. Like, that was, God, it's well over 15 years ago, and there wasn't the awareness and knowledge there is now. So I was like, okay, I'm intrigued here. I need to look into how these patients have gotten here. What was their journey to get here, you know? So I ended up, it was a field that I did a bit of research in, seen a job advertisement for a fertility clinic and decided I was going to venture into something different, and lo and behold, fell in love. And in January I'm here 11 years. I'm in fertility 11 years anyway. About 1.5 years of that is with Thérapie Fertility. For me, I see them from their initial consult. So you see them from the beginning, the moment they've taken that big step to walk through the door, because people have been on a journey even before they've come to us. So for me, I meet them when they come in, all through their journey, for their scans, their bloods, and then at the end they leave after having a good pregnancy scan. And it's like a little graduation, you know? So it's a really big day, and it's a very special and rewarding part of my job. So I think it's the continuity for me, and I think you get most of that from a satellite because you're meeting the same people time and time again, and it's not necessarily successful in one cycle. So you might meet these people time and time again, and the trust and rapport that you build up creates a really, I suppose, gorgeous alliance, you know? So I think that's my favorite thing about working with fertility patients. In my 11 years of working in fertility, I've never worked alone. So I've always been part of a big clinic and a big team. So for me, that was a big personal highlight of 2024. I did start in 23, but 2024 is kind of like the biggest duration I've had here. So for me, working in a satellite and getting back into the full clinical role from previously being in a management role, so that was a huge personal success for me. I've had so much success, and people who have had reams and reams and reams of treatment, and they're like, this is our last resort, last chance, this is it. And they've had success with Thérapie Fertility. So to be part of a clinic that is so successful, sometimes I am lost for word. I am speechless to be part of this clinic, because they are for people who never thought they'd have success and who've been told you will not have success, have had it, and have left here with a lovely scan. You know, it's pretty special. And I suppose in other ways, patients who've come to me maybe knowing that they've had bad news, like they've had a scan maybe in the hospital because of various different things, and they said they've come back to me for another scan anyway, because they said that we would rather hear it from you because we trust you. And even in the times of hardship and sorrow, like that, to me, I think that really winded me at one point. I was like, 2 or 3 patients said it actually quite close together, and they were like, no, we trust Amy. What Amy tells us is what's actually happening. And I think that's, as much as it's not the outcome we would want, but it's very special to build that bond with people that even in their most vulnerable, saddest of times, they want you to be the person to tell them that news, and not someone they've never met before.